Once upon a time, a monk entered into king's palace and went straight to king's court. He stood there and started looking here and there. Seeing this, minister came to him and said, "O monk, this is a royal court. Don't you see that king is sitting on throne in front of you? You should bow down to king." The monk replied, "Hey minister, you go and ask your king whether he is slave of mind or his mind is his slave." Minister went to king and asked what monk said to him. King asked the minister to sit and started conversation with monk. He asked the monk, "O monk, what kind of question is this? All human beings are slaves of their mind. And so, I am. I do as my mind tells me to do." Hearing this, monk started laughing loudly and said, "King, you are slave of mind. And mind is my slave. Therefore, you are slave of my slave. So, how can I bow down to you? You are not king, you are subordinate of mind." Then the monk said, "King, just think. If a horse is controlled by its rider, then horse can be taken anywhere rider wanted to, because horse is in control of rider. But if horse is not in control of rider, then it can take rider anywhere against his wish. It can put rider in such a situation that it can become difficult for him to get out of that situation. In such a situation, the life of the rider can also be in danger. Therefore, it is better that the horse is in control of the rider, instead of the rider being in control of the horse." It was not monk's ego that he has control over his mind, but he had a sense of welfare for the king. The king understood the deep meaning behind monk's words. So, he stepped down from his throne and fell at the monk's feet to take his blessings. If we see in our lives, we will find that most of us are slaves of our mind. Only few people have control on their mind. It is said that one who has controlled his mind has conquered the whole world. Controlling the mind is very difficult but not impossible. With long practice, the mind can be controlled. There are three main ways to control the mind. The first way to control your mind is through meditation. Meditation is a very good and old way to control your mind. Meditation should be done daily at a fixed time and at a fixed place. In the beginning, you practice meditation for 5 minutes. And gradually you can increase it up to 30 minutes. In meditation, you can focus your attention on the activities going on in the body, like your breath, or by witnessing the thoughts of your mind. Through meditation, slowly and slowly, the thoughts and desires of your mind start to subside, and gradually you start having control over your mind. The second way to control your mind is through breathing exercise. It is said that our breath is that reins of our mind. If you have control over our breath, then you will also have control over your mind. To do this, many types of breathing exercises are practiced. The more you have control over your breath, the more you will have control over your mind. If you can do some breathing exercise for some time before meditation, then its effect will increasing even more, and it will become easy for you to go into deep meditation. If you want to know more about breathing exercises, then kindly comment below. I will try to make a video on breathing exercise. The third way to control your mind is through contemplate. For example, suppose a desire of smoking arose in your mind. At that time, instead of suppressing the desire of your mind forcefully, try to think about bad effects of smoking. And try to visualize of those effects in your mind. When you will visualize those ill effects in your mind, then your mind will leave the desire of smoking and start coming in your control. This way you can control your mind by contemplate. Similarly, you can control other desires of your mind by thinking about its ill effects. So, these are the 3 ways to have control over your mind. You can practice any of the 3 methods as per your convenience. But remember one thing. It is not only necessary to control your mind, but it is also very essential. Because if you will have control over your mind, it will lead you towards progress. And if you came under the control of your mind, then it can also become the cause of your destruction.